Greetings and welcome to our channel, Our Mom's Garden. Our mission here at Our Mom's Garden is to give suggestions on way to establish a beautiful, relaxing garden that is easy to maintain. So let's get started. Okay, what we're going to talk about today is a project I have called the 3-year to a perennial garden. Now, what we're going to talk about is we're going to do several steps throughout the seasons where we talk about things you can do in the garden to establish a perennial garden in 3 years or less. If you have a garden that's already partially established, it'll be a lot easier or it'll be a lot faster. Or if you want to buy more advanced plants, but I'm going to go through step by step of how to establish a perennial garden in 3 years using things such as bulbs and seeds, cuttings, divisions, and things you can do that will be very easy for you to do in establishing a perennial garden in 3 years or less. Now, ordinarily, this step that I'm doing today should have been done in the fall, the previous fall, and that would have been uh, planting bulbs. Now, what we're going to show is some perennial bulbs that are spring blooming. If you have summer blooming bulbs, you can skip this process and you can plant them in the summertime. So these are hyacinths, spring blooming bulbs would be like hyacinths, tulips, daffodils, and things like caladiums, pineapple lilies, uh, calla lilies, those types of things would be bulbs and corns that you would plant in the summertime. So what we have here is, these are mostly hyacinths. Now in planting hyacinths, what we're going to do is we're going to use these pots right here, and often we use pots. I don't have much problem with diseases. If you have diseases, if I grew a plant in this pot and it had a disease, I would discard the plant and discard the pot. This is a very inexpensive pot. Cost maybe a couple of cents. If I had a more decorative pot, I would clean it out with a solution of soapy water, maybe some bleach, and rinse it out real good. Let it air dry, things like that. There'll be a process, Maybe I'll do a video on something like that in the future. But pot like this, you see the pot is, only about half full. And I take a bulb. I would take about 3 hyacinth bulbs, and I set them down in there. Not excessively hard. Just push them down, and then I'll sprinkle some soil on here. And once I get enough down here, I'll just pile it up. For the most part, I make a lot of my own potting soil. So that's why you see a lot of things. You'll see a lot of things in my soil because I make my own compost. I'm gonna do some videos on that also. But the main ingredient in my compost is leaves and leaves and leaves. Anything else in there, like some little twigs and things like that, they just happen to be in there. But I make my compost out of leaves. You can see how far down it is. This room that they're in now gets around 60 degrees, which is a little warm for this. And so these are going to have to be moved. These are some tulips I started earlier, and you see they're sprouting already. So I'm going to have to move these someplace where it's a little bit cooler. I have another room that doesn't get any heat, and it's a little bit cooler in that room next to my garage. So I will be able to put these in there probably, hopefully. And that's it. Look like I might. May have 3 more. Yeah. These are tulips. These other ones here, these tall ones back there, they're tulips. And so, you see, well, these are either tulips or hyacinths, but I've done a lot. I've got a lot more to go. So I have a lot of them. These were from last year. I had potted up some tulips and hyacinths, and these were supposed to get potted out in the yard. Excuse me, these were supposed to get planted out in the yard, and I didn't get around to it. So I bagged them up, and then I was supposed to pot them up in the fall. And then I was supposed to plant them out in the fall, and I missed that window. And so now I'm putting them in some pots, which is the last straw. So this is going to be step 1. This is going to be step 1 in the 3-year perennial garden videos. Some of the future steps are going to be planting seeds. There's some other bulbs that I'm going to plant, like some irises and some ranunculus, ranunculus corns, and I'll do some videos on those if I get a chance to. And I just wanted to get started showing video. I just want to get started showing videos of, if you have bulbs that you have not done anything with yet, if you can get some soil, you have some potting soil, you can get to the nursery, get some potting soil, pot them up, put them in a garage or a basement, you know, somewhere it's not too warm, where it can stay cool, and you can let them start sprouting out. If you can manage the soil outside, if it gets warm one day or something like that, you can bury them, and they should be fine if you plant them in the ground and keep them protected from the cold for a while. So anyway, that's the video, and we'll have future videos when we'll go about the process of establishing the 3-year perennial garden. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to get this channel off and running. Hopefully have some success with it. I'll be able to, share my experiences to the viewers out there. I have a lot of friends that ask me questions about gardening all the time. I'm pretty well known for my passion for gardening, and so I appreciate you giving me a thumbs up and share, subscribe, hit that bell so you'll be notified when I upload my next videos. Thanks for watching. Peace.